He leaned in for the perfect shot, but the royal horse didn't wait for permission. With a sudden lunge and bared teeth, it nearly sank its jaws into his shoulder. All for a selfie? This wasn't a show. This was a trained protector doing its job. And the tourist? He was about to learn, painfully, why that line exists. Almost. Later in this video, you'll witness the moment a Canadian tourist decides to test the limits of the horse guards. He ignores the warnings. He steps past the line. And what happens next is something no visitor ever wants to experience. Let's just say, the royal horse doesn't stay silent. And the royal guard makes sure he never forgets the lesson. Stay with us, because what you're about to see is a real example of what happens when respect is ignored and rules are broken. Does it really matter where a disrespectful tourist comes from? Lately, all eyes have been on Chinese tourists. But are they the only ones crossing the line? We're not here to judge nationalities. But sometimes, patterns speak louder than opinions. Let's take a closer look and see which behaviors are raising red flags at the gates of British tradition. You've seen the headlines: tourists crossing the line, horses snapping back, royal guards forced to break silence. But what really pushes these protectors to the edge? We take you beyond the viral moments, into the world of discipline, centuries-old duty, and the quiet storm that brews when boundaries are ignored. Why are the royal guards trained never to react? Yet sometimes they do. What makes the royal horses so precise, yet so unpredictable when provoked? And which tourist behaviors cross the invisible line from curious to disrespectful? This video isn't just about watching a horse bite or a guard yell. It's about understanding why it happens. Because while you might only witness a few seconds of tension, these guards and their horses endure hours of relentless pressure, from shouting tourists, reckless selfies, and mockery disguised as fun. They are not ornaments, they are symbols of history. And when tested too far, they remind us exactly why they're there. Stay tuned. What you're about to witness may change the way you see royal tradition forever. It's easy to forget that behind the stoic faces and flawless uniforms, royal guards are still human. They train for discipline, silence, and control. But that doesn't mean they don't feel frustration. After hours of standing still, being mocked, touched, filmed, and disrespected, even the most composed soldier can reach his breaking point. And when that line is crossed, you might witness the rare moment when a royal guard reacts, not out of anger, but out of sheer human instinct. Disrespectful tourists may see it as an overreaction, but for those who understand the tradition, it's a last warning. The Royal Guards aren't just soldiers in red uniforms. They are a living symbol of the British monarchy, a tradition that has stood strong for centuries. Guarding the gates of palaces and the heart of royal heritage, they represent something far greater than ceremonial routine. They embody loyalty, discipline, and national pride. For the British royal family, these guards are more than security. They are part of the identity of the crown. And for millions around the world, seeing the Royal Guards is witnessing a piece of British history in motion, a tradition that inspires respect far beyond the borders of the United Kingdom. So when tourists cross the line, they're not just breaking a rule, they're disturbing a sacred tradition that speaks to the heart of a nation. To every visitor, from every country, this is not just a tourist attraction. You are standing in front of centuries of royal tradition, a symbol of national pride and global history. The Royal Guards are not actors in costume. They are trained soldiers, tasked with protecting something far greater than gold and stone. They guard the legacy of the crown. Whether you're from Asia, America, Europe, or beyond, respect is not cultural, it's universal. Taking selfies, pointing, laughing, or crossing marked lines might seem harmless. But to those who have sworn an oath to protect this heritage, it's a violation of sacred duty. So if you truly admire the British royal family, if you respect the history of the United Kingdom, then let that respect show in your behavior. Tradition doesn't ask for applause, just a little distance and a lot of dignity.